Lydia Dedal, MA Connect TV, and I'm here with victorious sub over 80 champion, Miha Perhavec.
Hey,
Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Good stuff, good stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very impressive day.
Thanks.
How you feeling?
I feel like I did the work that I was supposed to do. It's like, I don't know, as if you pass an exam or something like that. Losing really wasn't an option. I didn't visualize it like that. I was visualizing victory, 4 matches, 4 submissions, no mercy. That's what I've had on my wall for a long time. So it just came to fruition and I'm happy about it.
Good stuff. Obviously, you're no stranger to competition, and
Nope.
the last big competition or kind of similar competition that people would have seen you on would have been Polaris.
Yes.
And I think since then your name has just kind of shot up in the jiu-jitsu community. People who are not really kind of zoned in on it started to hear your name and started to want to find out more about you.
Yes. So
Good platform for you.
yeah, I definitely think that sub only is the way to go for me. It sounds like an excuse if you say it, to be honest, but when I do point competitions, sometimes I lose not because I feel like I was the worst guy, but because someone capitalized on my desire to get the submission. So I do not put in all the work that I put in. I personally believe that I work pretty hard. I could always work harder, but I don't do it so that I'm gonna find out who got the advantage better or who got the points better. I want to destroy the guy that I'm fighting, and that's what I'm doing here. And in a sub-only platform, it's easier for me to find success, I think. But I will keep doing both because I think point competitions, they're at such a high level that you gain the experience that you need to do good at sub only, and I just enjoy it, to be honest. I enjoy competing in the kimono as well. But I think the experience from Polaris really helped me here because I knew what to expect. I knew what the feeling of bright lights is, what the feeling of so many people in the room is when they're being quiet. It makes it a little like more intimate and more a high pressure situation. So I think I got a lot of experience from that.
Do you find that your game, it gives you like a little edge being under the bright lights like that? You know, do you find that you kind of it's a different kind of pressure?
Yeah, I think it does, especially because recently I started to do a lot of leg locks, a lot of heel hook attacks. I really enjoy them, and I think that they are a part of jiu-jitsu that's not looked at enough. Now it's starting to pick up, but it gives a weaker and possibly even technically less skilled person, it gives them a chance to be a better person. And I'm always about that because I know that there's so many people training so hard. If I go against them like frontally, it can be really tough. If you flank them with a technique like a heel hook, it equalizes things, and that's why I think it's a cerebral approach. It's not savage. It's not something that's like a savage move you try to pull on the ankle. There's a lot of technique involved, but it's just using your mind instead of brute force and going straight towards your opponent.
Absolutely. And your opponents today, were they as you expected, or was there any surprises?
No, there wasn't really any surprises. The only thing that I did not enjoy too much was fighting Dean in the finals because we train together. Every time I see him roll up to training at the academy, I'm super happy. I know that someone my size, close to my skill level, is there so that we can improve together. And when you have to go against someone like that, I find no joy in that. I was happy because I won the competition and it was the last fight, but I did not enjoy fighting him. So that's the only thing that I didn't really expect. I expected my opponents to fall when I get my technique.
For anyone that knows you or any of your teammates that train with you, you've got a very unique mental attitude to jiu-jitsu and training and competing. What do you attribute that to?
I attribute that mostly to my roots. So I come from judo. When I was a teenager, I was weak. I didn't know what protein was yet to get some muscle on me. But I did judo and I did a lot of it, and I did it with a team that later produced Olympic champions, mostly the girls from Slovenia. They're absolutely savage at judo. And when you're a 15-year-old kid and someone puts you in a room, you sleep on the floor at 6 in the morning, a person wakes you up and tells you to go run, and then you do 2 to 3 brutal trainings, that gives you a mental edge. Like I've been there when I was a teenager, when some of these guys were still playing video games. I was running around with elite athletes. I did not find any real success in judo. I'm not too proud of it, but when I got to jiu-jitsu and I found my calling there, I think that helped me out a lot. Like just the mental toughness and the attitude that I'm never gonna stop. That was my plan today. When we start, I take the advantage and I never give it back.
Do you think it's important to have that resilience and that strictness in martial arts? Do you think it's important?
Absolutely, it's a core of martial arts. Like a lot of jiu-jitsu nowadays, especially in the gi, it's starting to look a little bit more like a game. I can definitely respect that. It's kind of like chess. There's so many moves, so many variations. People, just like I'm trying to find ways with my heel hooks in no-gi, people are trying to find them with lapels and berimbolos and stuff like that. That's fine, but I'm all about that hardcore fighting. I think the judgment should be, if I go into a room with someone, who's gonna come up? Who's gonna come out? If someone spends their time on techniques that aren't that viable in a real fight, I don't want to lose my time with it. I'll try to knee bar them instead.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, you just had a few words on the mic there when everyone was giving you they're clapping you out for winning. You called out Carl Moore. Yes,
I called him out probably because I did a few interviews now. It's gonna seem like I have an obsession with Carl Moore, but it's not that at all. He's a really, really tough guy. He beat me before. I think he's actually the only person that beat me on Irish soil in competition. I respect him a lot. He's just one of the toughest guys, and he also looks pretty tough. I want to be the guy whose name is remembered for taking down the toughest opponents, and that's the only reason I called him out. I understand why he wasn't here. I don't think it's very professional that he didn't tell the organizer, but I know he has a big MMA match coming up.
Yeah, he's on Cage Warriors.
It's totally understandable that he's focusing on that. I think he doesn't want to think about me too much right now. Yeah. But after, if he has some time for a grappling match, I'd be open to it.
Absolutely. And would you welcome, that rematch at an event like this?
Would Absolutely. We go for I have to say this because I was talking a little bit too much about myself. I want to give my hat off to Jonathan Block, who organized this. It's absolutely amazing to have an event like this in Ireland, because it's the kind of platform that gives guys like me and my teammates the chance to shine. And I think it's absolutely wonderful that so many people came to support it, that it's sold out. I was at Polaris and it was somewhat empty. Like the problem there was that it's too far from London, which is the absolute most bullshit excuse for not supporting jiu-jitsu. And the people today supported this event, and I'm very happy that they did.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so are we. Everyone was 300 tickets sold out, and a crowd that were enjoying every moment and stayed to the very end. So congratulations to Jonathan again, and hopefully we'll get to talk to him now. But before I let you go, do you have any sponsors or thank yous?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to first thank Scramble. They've been a sponsor of mine for a long time. And I want to also give a shout out to Yoga for BJJ. I actually work for the company, and that's signing up to Yoga for BJJ is a way of directly supporting me if you want to do that. And of course, I want to thank everyone at East Coast for supporting me. If you want to sponsor me as well, give me a call.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thanks a million.